Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives. Good day, everybody. Welcome to another fusion hack on FitBody Lifestyle with Jami and Greg. And today we're going to talk about just how to orient yourself more towards really a lifestyle and a process, and then build on that to then form objectives and goals. So it's really goals versus objectives is kind of the generic topic, but we really want everybody to kind of start orienting more on processes or your habits that then build and lead to those objectives. The objectives then lead to the goals. So there's a quote here that I'm going to give you from Hunter S. Thompson, which is beware of looking for goals, look for a way of life, decide how you want to live, and then see what you can do to make a living within that way of life. And when we, in the bodybuilding world, we see this a lot because a lot of people will come in, hey, my goal is to get to the Olympia. Having never had stepped on stage, we get this a fair amount, and it's a worthy goal. I'm not denigrating the goal at all, but I am saying that before we focus on the goal, let's build a successful system, a successful process, and then some objectives interim to then get you to that goal. So the difference between a goal and an objective, just really quickly, goals are a little bit more ambiguous, a little less specific. Winning the Olympia is definitely a specific goal, or getting to the Olympia is a specific goal, but you got to think about the objectives that will lead you to that goal. So objective number one may be master my macros. Objective number two will be build a successful schedule that gets me to the gym and the time to do the things that I need to do. I mean, what would you say are some other aspects of the process that people should really focus on, the objectives?
Well, before we go to the aspects of the process, a couple of the things I wanted to talk about is purpose. So having a purpose. So I do think that a lot of times if we focus on just a big goal, number one, we can become overwhelmed. It can feel impossible. We can get anxiety or frustration because it just, it's unclear. Whereas if we approach life as what's my purpose, what is the
well said? What
is the bigger overlying thing that's important to me? How am I impacting other people's lives? Maybe that's a purpose. It's just what's the purpose behind it? And then, like you said, there's going to be kind of those overriding goals that we have, but then we need to kind of break it down. So first of all, understanding the purpose, and then within the purpose, why are we wanting to achieve this? And then that helps us to then start to create those milestones or those objectives or those steps along the way that are going to then help us ultimately get to where we want. Not just that overriding goal, but what do we want? How do we want to, leave our mark and impact the world and live our lives?
Right. There's a quote from James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, that I always love in talking about goals. And he says, goals are for people who are concerned with winning once. Systems are for people who care about winning repeatedly. And so I really think about that because sometimes we get so wrapped up in that goal, which may be far, maybe near, whatever it is, that we lose sight of the being present in that day, in the moment, and what we're doing. And in so doing, we oftentimes lose sight of the goals that may be delivered to us every day, simply because we were so focused on that more ambiguous or amorphous thing that's out at the end of the tunnel.
And I'll give a perfect example of what you're talking about in the bodybuilding world, which is when people are so focused on, I just want to win the show.
Right.
I'll do whatever it takes, no matter what it is. I'm just going to focus on winning the show. And that's the 100% sole focus. And those systems aren't being built to create the lifestyle that supports competing in general.
Right.
Then what ends up usually happening is that person goes, maybe they win, maybe they don't, doesn't really matter. But what happens is they don't have systems in place. So after that show happens, everything falls apart. So instead of them continuing with their system and continuing to build and improve and enjoy the process of bodybuilding, not body built, there's no end game there. Instead, it kind of like falls flat on their face. And what we see sometimes is then they're trying to regroup and then, okay, the goal is the next show. Well, now they haven't made improvements. They haven't done the things that they needed to do to, have that longevity in the sport and have that, that long-term benefit. So that's where, when we talk about building systems, it really is about building a lifestyle that's supporting, the purpose and the ultimate, outcomes that you want to see in your life.
So if we want to reframe this as we bring this fusion hack to an end, if we want to reframe this, we go from I want to win a show, tell me what I need to do. I want to, and part of the fallacy of that is that, look, winning a show in the bodybuilding world is not, it's not controllable. It's not within your control because the judges are going to determine who's going to win that show. Your job, your objective should be, I'm going to put the best me on stage that I can put. That should be your objective. And then the goal beyond that would be, I'm going to put the best me on stage. My objective is this. And you can put some milestones around that, whether it's body fat, whether it's weight, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if you look at comparison photos from yourself before and after, you should be able to see objective differences. And objectively, my objective is I want to put a better physique on stage this time than I did the last time. That's my job. That's what I can control. I'm going to let the judges do their job. I'm going to let the other competitors do their job. I'm going to control what I can control. And that's really at the heart of difference of setting objectives that are clear, reasonable, and those objectives are built on the backbone of processes or systems or habits. These are all interchangeable words, but it is really part of that fulfillment of being the best you that you can be. And at the end of the day, that should be the goal, is I want to be the next best version of the very best version of me. Fair?
Totally fair.
All right. So that sends us out today. Remember the 3 B's. Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other.
And be safe. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review so that we can provide you the content that you want and that you deserve.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.